Hello everyone, in this video I am going to tell you how to calculate standard cell potential for any type of cell, and second thing we will also learn how to decide direction of flow of electrons in a cell. Okay, let's start with standard cell potential. First of all, you must remember what is the symbol of standard cell potential. The symbol of standard cell potential is E naught cell, and there are two different formulas that you can remember to calculate standard cell potential for a cell. One formula you can remember: standard cell potential, it is equal to standard reduction potential of cathode minus standard reduction potential of anode. While the second formula that sometime we use to calculate standard cell potential, it is standard cell potential is equal to standard reduction potential of anode minus standard reduction potential of cathode. So these are the two formulae that we can use commonly to calculate standard cell potential of any cell. Now, which types of cells commonly we study under the heading of electrochemistry? What one type of cell is electrolytic cell, in which electrical energy is consumed, and other type of cell is voltaic or galvanic cell, that is also known as electrochemical cell. In that case, electrical energy is generated. Now, in which cell we will use which formula? Let's see. First of all, whenever you have been given two half cells, how you will decide in which half cell reduction or oxidation will take place? Look at these two examples. I am giving you one half cell of zinc. The standard reduction potential of zinc half cell is negative 0.76 volt, and the standard reduction potential of copper half cell is plus 0.34 volt. Okay, now whenever you can be given you have been given two different half cells. First of all, decide which one of these two half cell connect as cathode and which one of these two half cell connect as anode. It is very simple. A simple trick I am going to tell you how to decide out of the two half cell which half cell will act as cathode, in which reduction will take place, and which half cell will act as anode, where oxidation will take place. What you will see, you will look at the numerical value of standard reduction potential of both of these half cells. The half cell having mathematically greater standard reduction potential must undergo reduction. The half cell with greater standard reduction potential, mathematically greater value, that half cell must undergo reduction. Right now you can see there are two numerical values in front of you. One is positive 0.34, other is negative 0.76. Which numerical value is greater mathematically? Plus 0.34. So it must undergo reduction. Any half cell having greater, more positive numerical value, mathematically it must undergo reduction. It must act as cathode, and the other half cell must undergo oxidation. It must act as anode. Okay, right now you have come to know which half cell and how a half cell will undergo reduction or oxidation. I will give you some more examples, but before that, let's complete this question for the time being. Let's use first formula to calculate standard cell potential, in which case we are going to insert standard reduction potential of cathode. Cathode is copper, so we will insert plus 0.34 minus standard reduction potential of anode. Anode is zinc. So if you calculate this, will come out plus 1.10 volt. In the second formula, if you insert the numerical values for standard reduction potential, the answer will come out minus 1.10 volt. Now remember, whenever, as I told you in the beginning of this lecture, whenever a cell is generating voltage, that cell is known as electrochemical, voltaic or galvanic cell, and whenever a cell is consuming electrical energy, that is known as electrolytic cell. Right now the first cell is electrochemical cell. Why? Because it has produced a voltage of 1.10 volt. So it means second cell, it is consuming a voltage of 1.10 volt. So that is why first cell is, it is the formula for electrochemical cell, and the second formula can be used to calculate standard cell potential for an electrolytic cell. So this is the difference that you must remember. Now how you can define standard cell potential? If ever you want to define standard cell potential for an electrochemical cell, you can say it is the voltage produced by an electrochemical cell through a redox reaction. And what definition you can write down for standard cell potential of an electrolytic cell? It is the voltage consumed by an electrolytic cell for a redox reaction. So this is how you can differentiate standard cell potential for an electrolytic and for an electrochemical cell. Okay, moving on. Now once you have calculated standard cell potential, you can also guess, you can also predict the direction of flow of electron. It is very simple to be remembered. You must remember, in a cell, direction of flow of electron is always from anode to cathode, from oxidation to reduction. Right now you can see which half cell is acting as anode, zinc, and which half cell is acting as cathode, copper. So what will be the direction of flow of electron in this cell? Direction of flow of electron will be from zinc half cell to copper half cell, because zinc is acting as an anode. Now I'm going to give you some more examples. You can pause the video. You can first of all calculate the standard cell potential yourself, then you can check it out. For example, I am giving you two half cell, one half cell of iron 3. It is undergoing reduction to produce iron 2 plus. Its standard reduction potential is plus 0.77 volt, and the other half cell is copper's. Its reduction potential is 0 plus 0.34 volt. Now if you are asked to calculate standard cell potential for this electrochemical cell, standard cell potential for this voltaic cell, okay, if you have done you would have seen I asked to calculate standard cell potential for electrochemical cell. So which formula you are supposed to use? You are supposed to use the first formula. Standard cell potential is equal to standard reduction potential of cathode minus standard reduction potential of anode. So mostly remember, we use this formula. Sometimes you can be asked to calculate standard cell potential for electrolytic cell, but otherwise mostly we use this formula, first one formula, to calculate standard cell potential. Okay, insert the value. Right now two half cells have been given. What information, what shortcut, what trick I told you, how you will come to know which half cell will act as cathode and which half cell will act as anode? The one that is having greater value mathematically, that half cell must undergo reduction, that must act as cathode. Right now which half cell is having greater value mathematically? The half cell of iron. So that half cell must undergo reduction, it must act as cathode. So the formula will be plus 0.77 minus plus 0.34. It will come out, if you calculate this, plus 0.43 volt. So this is the standard cell potential for this electrochemical cell. What will be the direction of flow of electron in this case? Since copper half cell is acting as anode and the half cell of iron, it is acting as cathode. So the direction of flow of electron, as I told you, it would be from anode to cathode, from copper to iron half cell. Okay, let's try one last example for this lecture. You can take the half cell of magnesium. Its reduction potential is minus 2.38, and the half cell of zinc. Calculate standard cell potential for this electrochemical cell, for this voltaic cell. So whenever you have been given a voltaic or electrochemical cell, remember that you need some output, you need some voltage, so the answer must be positive. Okay, if you have done this, again which formula you would have used? You must have used cell potential is equal to reduction potential of cathode minus reduction potential of anode. And what is cathode and what is anode in this case? Now both these values are negative, but mathematically which value is greater? Mathematically reduction potential of zinc half cell is greater. So zinc half cell must act as cathode where reduction will take place, while the magnesium half cell will act as anode where oxidation will take place. So insert the values. Cathode is zinc minus 0.76 minus 2.38 and if you just use the calculator, you will get the answer plus 1.62 volts. So since you are getting positive voltage, it means it is an electrochemical, it is a voltaic cell that is generating voltage. What will be the direction of flow of electron in this cell? Direction of flow of electron as usual from anode to cathode, from magnesium to zinc half cell. I hope you would have enjoyed this video. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.